Thank you very much, David. Likewise, I consider him a great friend and ally, but more than that, one of the 4 or 5 best people I've ever met in my life. We've gone through about 15 months together, building this thing day in and day out, talking about details, sending texts back and forth, and he's got at the end of his email, never ever quit. He means he never lets you quit one day. There's a reason he won like 4 state championships as a coach at another school that has a 7 and a 1 in it as a wrestling coach. Because he never lets anybody quit. And I have the utmost respect for him. As I do the principal here, Brian Edkins, and baseball coach Scott Ellis, who've been great friends and allies through all this. There are a number of people at the county level that I'd like to thank. We've got great cooperation from everybody in the county school system. I think you would be very, very proud. From the top of Dr. Teal, and one of the guys who's been so instrumental in this place being built was the Associate Superintendent, Tim Kinlaw, who has done everything imaginable to help, send his guys out here to help, cover our back when, well, we made a few mistakes. And the people under him are just outstanding people as well. Mickey Broadwell has been out here innumerable times. He's just one of those guys that doesn't have to tell you how smart he is. He just comes and shows up, gets the job done. Then at the end of the day, you realize how smart he is because everything he does is helpful. Everything he does is to make your life easier. And this place simply couldn't have been built without Mickey B's help, and we appreciate it. Jerry Brewington also. Another guy that's been out here day after day to help. We appreciate him so much. Richard and his grounds crew, they've come out here, built the practice field, done innumerable things. The electrical department, the school system, is simply one of the finest outfits outside of Fort Bragg in this country. Mike, Chris, Rodney, David, and the rest of those electrical guys have spent innumerable hours out here. They're kind of like CIA. A lot of their work's done underground, but because there's a lot of work underground you don't see to make this place possible. And the electrical team covered up innumerable of our mistakes, came out here and did it with a smile. We thank every one of those guys for that. We'd like to thank all of the kids that came out here and worked tirelessly. Well, some of them were in school suspension and got sent out here. Okay, they had to come out here and work. One of the guys came out here one day and all his buddies are kidding him and he says, "What are you doing out here? Why are you out here?" He says, "They just told me to go outside. I didn't know what I was getting into." He was out carrying sod. But anyway, it's been a long, long experience. And Jimmy Simmons, who's not here tonight, spent so many hours out here working, doing things he didn't have to do to help build this thing. Every time he turned around, we needed a little favor with any kind of equipment, he was here to make it happen. I appreciate that so much. Before I say a few words about another person that isn't here tonight, I want to thank the Coots family for everything that they've done to make this possible. We first broached this idea. They were, instead of resentful or anything else that selfish people in life would be, they were a reflection of who I understood Calvin Coots to be, was a guy that just wanted to make everything better in life, regardless of who did it or who got the credit or whatever. He just wanted to move things forward. And I can assure you that everybody in his family reflects the man at the top. And that man was the great man, Calvin Coots. And I hope that the way we've done the facility bridges the gap between a great Major League Baseball player that played in the World Series championship team and a lady that liked a lot of plants and flowers and stuff. And so we've got a little bit of both out here, and I hope each and everybody enjoys it. I do want to say a few words about my mother, Jacksie Tyson, who lifetime of giving to other people was the inspiration for me deciding to do something for others too in her name. There were many times during my life I lived out of town, and my brother did such a fabulous job of taking care of my family. He's always lived here and taking care of mom and dad and everything else, and he's carried the load, and God bless him for it. But they would call sometimes and say, "Mom's not doing well, you ought to come home." And I'd come home and I'd smell something being cooked in the kitchen. So that ain't right.